Thank you all for being here. Give us one more moment. We're working our technical side of this to make it broadcast live. All right. Welcome, parents, guardians, and families of the class of 2020. We are very proud of this graduating class. We thank you for joining us today to celebrate their accomplishments and achievement of this milestone. As a reminder, please stay in your family's assigned zone during the entire ceremony, except for one parent or family member who can come to the flagpole for pictures of the onstage component of the ceremony. During the onstage component, we'll have the graduates exiting the backdrop here on my left, your right. They will pause here in the middle for a photo. So if you can be at that right side of the flagpole to get your photo, they'll exit to my right, your left. When they exit, if you would please exit that area as well, that would be great. Our professional photographer will take photos and provide one 8x10 photo free of charge to your graduate with their diploma on June 16th. If you would like to purchase additional photos, please see Mr. Kirk Raymond or visit our ASB bookkeeper's office for information prior to leaving. As a reminder, please maintain appropriate social distancing for the full hour. After the ceremony, you're invited to stay and take photos with family and friends using the backdrops that you see around the quad. Please avoid the stage area. Please avoid the grass lawn and the technical area. Please be ready to leave the school when we announce that the session is over. Bienvenidos padres, tutores y familias de la clase de 2020. Estamos muy orgullosos de esta clase de graduación. Le agradecemos por estar aquí hoy para celebrar sus logros y su éxito académico. Por favor, durante la ceremonia, quédense en su zona, excepto por un padre o miembro de la familia que pueda venir al asta de la bandera para tomar fotos de la ceremonia. Nuestro fotógrafo profesional tomará fotos y le dará una foto de 8x10 a su graduado con su diploma el 16 de junio. Si desea comprar fotos adicionales, consulte al señor Kirk Raymond antes de irse. Por favor, mantenga una distancia social adecuada durante toda la hora. Después de la ceremonia, les invitamos a quedarse y tomar fotos con familiares y amigos usando los telones de fondos alrededor del patio. Prepárense para salir de la escuela cuando anunciemos que la sesión ha terminado. Una vez más, gracias por estar aquí para honrar a estos alumnos hoy. Thank you once again, families and friends, for joining us to celebrate and honor the class of 2020. In a few moments, our graduates will exit the library. There on my right, most of your left. They'll conduct a processional in front of the office. They'll pause momentarily. We are hopeful that from each family zone, you'll be able to get good photos for your memories of this event. The graduates will then proceed down the middle, where they'll pause at the flagpole for some words I have for the class of 2020. Again, please feel free to cheer them on as loudly as you want, cheer all the graduates, and then after they will proceed behind the backdrop, each side. Hopefully your student will be passing by your family's zone area. Thank you once again for being here, and we'll have the graduates come out momentarily. All right, you guys. Great job, families. Way to cheer them on. We definitely saved the best for last. You guys look awesome out there. I got a few words for you, but before I deliver those, I want you to take a look at those mountains, that backdrop behind Rio Mesa. Think about all your wonderful memories here over the past few years. You guys look awesome. Graduating seniors of the class of 2020, do you know who you are? For starters, you are my first class. We came in together in 2016. I will always remember you as that. But most importantly, you are and will be remembered by me as the overcomers and the most resilient class ever. I think of you all coming to Rio Mesa as freshmen, and shortly thereafter, the school walkouts following the 2016 election occurred. I think of the Thomas Fire and your sophomore year being interrupted like no school year before. I recall you being fed up with gun violence in schools across the nation and even in our distant and local community from Las Vegas to Thousand Oaks. And I think of a student of your class organizing a forum for students to speak out and honor those who lost lives in Parkland, Florida in 2018. Then came the Woolsey Fire and heat days. Just when I thought we would finally have an uninterrupted school year, well, here we are crossing the stage in small groups versus your class as a whole in the stadium due to COVID-19. If nothing else, we learned that we don't always control the circumstances, but we can and do control how we respond. We Spartans have and will continue to respond well because you, class of 2020, are spectacularly strong, and you continue to show why the future of our country is in good hands. You have shown the ability to roll with the punches and keep on fighting. You, my Spartans of the class of 2020, are the most prepared class for the real world. You're not just the most prepared to survive the real world, you're the most ready to thrive in the real world, the most ready to impact change on the real world, because you know how to sidestep would-be tacklers, you know how to hurdle challenging obstacles, you know how to soar like eagles high above those who would choose to be seagulls. And you know how to successfully finish races no matter the circumstances. When you attend your own child's graduation someday, what a great story this will be. But it will only be one small story from your whole long life. Ahead of you are jobs, marriages, families. You will move places and be moved by moments. And I trust you'll make the world a better place wherever you find yourself. So, in closing, Spartans, don't let these times define you. It's okay to be sad and grieve the loss of some of the experiences we thought we would have, like prom, grad night, and yes, even graduation. But after grieving for a time, think about the good memories and experiences you do have from your time at Rio Mesa. And think about how much more meaningful they will be since you all went through this together. Move back to the strength and resilience that lies within you all. The rest of your life lies ahead. What amazing things will you do? Spartans elevate. Together we rise. We is greater than me. And now, if our teachers would join me, once a Spartan, always a Spartan. Congratulations. Go Spartans.
Good evening, families, and welcome. We'd like to remind you that you can send one person from your party to the front flagpole to take a picture when your student walks across the stage. If you know your student is coming up next on deck, feel free to start walking forward, one person per household, to one of the palm trees on the side so you can be ready for your next picture. Thank you once again. Brenda Ferrer. Nayeli Lopez Ambrice. Precious Avina Venegas. Alondra Elena Prado. Angel Mora. Esmeralda Espinosa. Becky Martinez. Jimena Peña. Mayerly Urzua. Alondra Uribe. Naidelin Escorcia. Kevin Miramontes. Jared Martinez. Alexandria Flores. Jasmine Martinez.
Okay, once again, thank you all. We're going to have one more photo op of all the graduates. We're going to bring them out to the lawn to give them an opportunity to move their tassel, and if they choose to throw their caps. So please remember, you can send one family member to get that last photo op, but stay behind our technical area, off the grass and away from the stage area. We'll have them come out momentarily, but before we do bring them out, we got to thank some people, and I hope you will join me in thanking the people that thought of this wonderful idea and made this happen, beginning with our assistant principal here on my left, your right, Mr. Gary Peterson. And right here walking on the lawn, Miss Lorena Guizar, our ASB director. The two of them came up with this wonderful idea to give your students a graduation-like experience, unlike any other in the county. So we thank them so much for their hard work and dedication. It was 4 days in the hot sun and wind of doing these ceremonies. We've done over 25 of them. but I appreciate their dedication to your students to give them this experience. So thank you so much, Mr. Peterson and Ms. G. Next, yes, thank you. Next, we want to thank Ms. Irene C. She's behind the camera, but these ceremonies have been broadcast live thanks to Ms. C. She is the Rio Mesa video and broadcasting teacher. You can find a link to these broadcasts on her Twitter, which is RMHS Video and Broadcasting. You can also find a direct live feed on YouTube under RMHS Video and Film. Ms. C has over 7,000 views on these already, so thanks to her, we've been able to broadcast to this family and friends that weren't able to be here. You can also check it out again later today. Thank you so much, Ms. Irene C. Next, we want to thank our IT, our site tech, Mr. Gabriel Roman. He's been here again 4 days. These two have been in the hot sun. He's been working tireless hours. The two of them are like a crew of 10 people in 2 people wrapped up. Thank you so much, Gabe Roman, for your dedication to the students of the class of 2020. Lastly, we want to thank all our teachers. They're lined up there in the back. Some of them helped in the library, some behind the set. So much work went into this, and we could not have done it without a giant crew, which you see back there, volunteering their time. Thank you so much, teachers and counselors who reading the names. Our student intervention specialist, Mr. Rafael Calway here in the center, who's been heading us up on our cleansing in between, making sure we're staying safe during our COVID-19 era. We also have a very special guest, Mr. Tom Ito. He's sitting here in the middle. He's a principal of Fillmore High School previously, assistant principal in the district, and he's taken 4 days to volunteer for the Rio Mesa crowd just because he loves the students of the Oxnard Union High School District and Rio Mesa High School. Thank you, Mr. Ito. Again, if I'm leaving anyone out, you guys please help me thank all the ones that made this wonderful production to go. You guys, we can save the best for last. Thank you so much for being here. We'll bring out the graduates momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up our 4 days of grad celebration, I just want you guys to give one additional round of applause for our principal, because we can come up with these crazy ideas, but he has to approve them. And he's done this in the heat with the robe, as well as our counselors, more than 20 times. So thank you so much, Mr. Contreras. We know you love your job. We know you love your students. You're a rock star.
Media Mesa, Spartan, faculty, they're in the back. Can we have all staff members that have been here helping join us on the stage? All staff members that have been helping, especially if you have your mask on, come join us here on the stage. Join us here on the stage, Spartan faculty and staff.
You could be another face that I forget as soon as I move along. Everybody makes mistakes. Am I mistaken for the way I carry on? You could show a little grace, but maybe things just went a bit too far. We are just who we are. No time for what ifs, so what if not? Heavy as a setting sun. Oh, I'm counting all the numbers between 0 and 1. Happy but a little lost. Well, I don't know what I don't know, so I kick my shoes off and run. 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 Kick my shoes off and we could be a happy bride and we could still be blissfully in love instead of being 25 and already feeling like you've had enough. You could be my one regret, infinitely spiraling me down. Sometimes the world feels loud. Heavy as a setting sun. Oh, I'm counting all the numbers between 0 and 1. Happy but a little lost. Well, I don't know what I don't know, so I kick my shoes off and run. 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 Kick my shoes off and
I like that we're playing Run the Jewels on Alt Nation. I do. I like it. I like doing different things. I like being eclectic. I like that we're eclectic. We rock. Killer Mike did an interview with Rolling Stone recently, and he said something that made me so sad. And if it doesn't make you sad and angry, there's something very wrong with you. He said, "I love being black. But that said, it can be dangerous as F-U-C-K." So, yeah. Run the Jewels. Mavis Staples, Josh Homme of Queens of the Stone Age. Here's Pulling the Pin on Alt Nation.
Yeah, they're kicking it.
From a long line of the rancid and swine can of violators. The cloven foot designers are high crime for the Iron Ages. Twisting down through time, see them trying to unwind creation. Don't be surprised, it's a mistake to think their influence had faded. But what a wretched state of danger we've made here. I thought to me, perhaps explaining years of self-lobotomy, toxically, perhaps explaining tears and even tears in my cosmology. You numb yourself for years and it can wear upon you honestly. These old foxes got a lot of plots to our foxes, trying to divvy up and dump in corresponding boxes. How obnoxious. Where the heart of mine connect, expect them targeting like archers. You will not travel towards the light, but they're in charge of your departure. Think the universe forgot us the way the cursed pitch their product. So our spirit's not a fire that can't be snuffed to turn to dollars, or the expanse across all space can't be contained in one small dollop. Now I see that it's the same moment in history back to haunt us. And here we are again. Hello boy, long time watcher, first time calling it. Every cage built needs an occupant. Got a deadbolt, see a lock it in. Had a good run, but they stopping it. Wanna walk man to the coffin lid. Your heart out fiction band, truly the truth, the stranger document.
And at best I'm just getting it wrong. And at worst I've been right from the start. It hurts, I've been torn apart. There's a grenade in my heart, and the pit is in their home. There's a grenade. There's a grenade. A grenade.
At best I feel difficult, but when you pitiful, then every day's like a satanic ritual. Beautiful soul with the rogue and the criminal. Alone must the holy hold on to their principle. Kicking and screaming while watching the demons collecting the gold and the diamond residuals. My pastor say God is